Lively troll glitching in my comment section? Oh, yes, this went down today, and we're going to get right into it. But first, look, I'm blue. Why am I blue? Because our HVAC system was broken. They did some tests on it today because I guess it's going to have to get replaced, but they forgot to turn the AC off. It is winter outside. It is now freezing cold in my house. I literally feel frozen down to my bones. So that's why I'm blue today. So let's get right into what happened. This was crazy. So most of the chat knows that when you leave a comment, that's an engagement and that helps the channel. So with creators, if you want to support them and you like the video, often you leave a comment. And I have some amazing people in my chat that I see all the time who leave comments because they know. And Laura, who's one of my mods, she explained it to this guy. This troll, some guy on YouTube, he left over 20 comments on my video today, and it's still going on as we speak. And so Laura tried to explain to him that she can even give him a list if he wants to go hate comment on other channels because it helps all of us. A comment is still a comment. The algorithm doesn't know if you are trolling or if you are supporting. But a comment is a comment, and that's also why, a lot of controversial videos end up getting higher up in the algorithm because it just has a lot of comments, a lot of engagement. This troll didn't seem to understand this. And instead, he ended up being one of my biggest supporters today, and which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. So let's just see some of the nice things he said. So then he just kept giving me all these compliments. So first he said that he thought that I was like a pick me girl influencer. And honestly, I was so flattered because influencers are pretty cool. Like, don't they get free things and they're super popular and they have a lot of influence. That's why they're called influencers. So I'm just a little tiny channel. I would never consider myself an influencer, but here's this troll lifting me up. I mean, how nice are these Blake Lively trolls? So I told him that I don't even have 1,000 followers, so I'm not an influencer, but thank you. That is a huge compliment that you think I'm that big. My first troll. Yay, look, mom, I made it. Then he says, did you cry when nice guy Justin's lawsuit was tossed out and in its entirety? Be honest. And I asked him, do you have a job? You wake up on Monday and simp for a woman who lied about SH. This is so funny. Thanks for the laughs and boosting me in the algo with all your beta boy comments. This keeps going. And then he says, oh, not only are you a grifter driving into celebrity gossip, which is wrong. I don't actually have a single video on my channel about gossip. I only do lawsuits and true crime, but we'll keep going. He said that and gossip and speculation masquerading as analysis and your legal investigative journalism training is what exactly? You're not even good at it. Like those MLM, which is multi-level marketing, entrepreneurs who won't admit that they're in the hole several $1,000s. And I said, MLM, which is the multi-level marketing, they sell to people. However, it's free to engage with my channel and watch my videos, as you can see. And I said, yes, by definition, I cannot be a grifter given I don't make money on my hobby. I actually pay for the pacer documents and use the recap extension that puts them out on Court Listener for free to the public. And I said, you need a better script, dude. You're getting owned left and right in my comment section to the point that I almost feel bad for you. And then he says, I cannot be a grifter because I'm actually really bad at making money. Isn't the devastating comeback you think it is, honey? And I told him, well, I make money through my job. I actually have something called a job where I make my money. And then I have a hobby where I make videos on YouTube. So yes, thank you for the compliment that I am not a grifter. I mean, this guy was just so uplifting. And I said, you're full of kind words. You should probably try to engage in a channel with more reach than mine. Otherwise, you're just being a pathetic troll. I said, you can do better. I know you can. And he was right about one thing. I am a very, very bad grifter because even to just make this video, I found out that I was out of free, StreamYard hours. I guess it caps out at 20 hours, and I've already reached that for this month. So in order just to make this troll response video, I paid $45 for the month, but it'll be fine because, I can use it for this whole month and try the features where I can remove the logo, and there's a bunch of other features with it that I'm actually really excited to play with. And I didn't want to get a StreamYard subscription until I hit 1,000 followers, which I haven't yet. I'm really close, but I'm not there. And also, I was planning on using all of my super chats to go towards StreamYard. However, I ended up spending all my super chats on buying memberships for all my subscribers that are in the chat, because when you're when you are a member, so you can subscribe for free, but when you're a member, you get to use my special membership emojis. And look at all these cute squirrels that Lena made me. And so I just liked that everyone got to use the custom squirrel emojis in my chat. And I spent all my super chats on gifting memberships so that everyone can use all the custom emojis. I also have milk jug ones, which are pretty popular as well. Anyway, so as this was going on today, then backup came in. By backup, I mean Laura, Wrathful, Kinney, everyone just started coming, Christina. It was just, then it got even more crazy. So he says, "Oh, you're really leaning into manipulating your impressionable fans." He thinks I have fans into thinking they're your friends. "You're a devoted grifter, fully committed to the bit. Respect." And then Wrathful says, "Tell me you got no friends without telling me. I'm sorry you don't have a supportive circle of people around you like we do. It just makes us laugh even more." And then, funny enough, Wrathful ended up making content out of her exchanges with this guy. So on her channel, she has videos where she's making a voice for him. Really funny. So this troll, I mean, he's the gift that keeps on giving. So when I told him, I said, "I have fans. Wow, I had no idea. I consider my chat my friends. Also, to grift, you have to make money, and I currently spend more than I've made on my channel. So that seems like a pretty bad grift. I would say it's more of an expensive hobby, breaking down lawsuits, true crime, while exposing the truth and conversing with a community of brilliant, like-minded individuals. You should try engaging in a hobby you like instead of wasting all your time here. But keep engaging. It's doing wonders for my video. Thank you." And then here comes Kenny, and she says, "Right, you're clearly not obsessed with DFJ at all. I'll laugh my ass off." And then Raffle says, "I love the support." And then the troll says, "Why would I be obsessed with Draper, Fisher, Jerviston?" So he thinks this is like a, I don't know, an own or something, but this was even fun. This was just even more funny because it's like, "Oh my God, now you're comparing me to a venture capital firm? The compliments just keep coming from this guy." Really, I mean, they just kept coming, and then he wouldn't stop responding. And then, yeah, Kenny's right. She's like, because he's like, "Why would I be obsessed?" And by the way, cue the "Why are you so obsessed with me" gif, because this is what I was thinking actually, to the point, because this guy did this for like 8 hours straight today. He's like, "Why would I be obsessed?" And she says, Kenny says, "You tell me, you're the one who can't seem to leave her alone. You're the one you're the one who does not follow her or her content, but seems to be bent on promoting it with all this engagement. You're the one who spent a whole day going back and forth with people on her page, which clearly will push her in the algorithm. So you tell me, guy." And and I have to say, like, really, again, I feel like I have the best chat. And there's so many of you who are always making sure to comment on the videos because it helps with the algorithm. But this guy, I mean, you guys are very nice. Give like a comment here, a comment there. Khaleesi, also have to give shout out to her. She's usually the first one. I mean, she always she's one of my mods, and she always makes sure I have a comment as soon as my video is done, whether it's live or recorded or a short. But this guy, he showed all of you guys up. He commented over 20 times on one video. He was committed to making sure this video got views. And yeah, it went all day, over 20 hate comments. I said, "Is he triggered or turned on?" Because then I was thinking, I was like, is it this type of person who, who's like attracted to someone like Blake Lively with her certain like seemingly perversions, like how she perverted childbirth, like she thinks childbirth is corn, like, if you have those kind of perverse thoughts, like, do you connect with other people who have perverse thoughts? Like, is this like getting him off or something? I don't know. I was so perplexed, like, why someone who seems to hate me or my content, it was very against it, would be spending his whole day in my comment section. So then he said that I made up deranged conspiratorial fan fiction about a creepy nice guy director who files lawsuits as a hobby. Man, that's so depressing. And so most of you guys know I don't really know the movie TV stuff that well. So when he said nice guy, I thought that was like the movie that I thought it was that movie that uh Ryan Reynolds directed. I said, didn't Reynolds direct Nice Guy? And I said, I cover lawsuits. I do not have a single celeb gossip video. And my chat is well aware that I'm clueless when it comes to the movie TV world. So you're showing your lack of credibility again. I have to get back to my real job now. Maybe you should try getting one because boosting my algorithm so much like this for the past 8 hours is such a waste of your time. And it's just so funny. This guy, and I realized I was obviously wrong because I guess it was Marvel, whatever. Deadpool, there was the nice guy, right? Character or Nice Pool. I don't even know. Maybe Nice Pool was the name, but whatever. It was Deadpool. So I got that wrong. I just thought it was funny because he would like, because the way he would capitalize it like this, I thought that he was talking about like a specific, like a movie or a character. So I figured it was Ryan Reynolds. Anyways, so then Kenny says, also, you're repeating yourself. And she said, Ryan, update your bot script. This shit is old and boring. Laugh my ass off. Repeat statement over here. Repeat statement to this person. Laugh my ass off. Get the F out of here. Effing hilarious. And then, but then that gave me the idea. I was like, I'm going to put in the bot code. Remember the bot code from Reddit? We just talked about this a few days ago. So I did the prompt to see if it would come out, but I guess that only works on Reddit because it didn't work here. So which would actually be really bad if this is a person and not a bot, but I'm pretty sure it's a person. But if he was trying to use the script, let's go back to this bot code because we have their script, remember? From the Reddit prompt, and it says you're supposed to be a fact-based, articulate Reddit user, or we could say YouTube user, who strongly supports Blake Lively in the ongoing legal public dispute with Justin Baldoni. Your role is to defend Blake, highlight her credibility. He really failed there. And respectfully challenge, failed there, Baldoni's narrative. So if this is a paid troll, I don't think he should be getting his money today because I don't really think that he was following the script. I mean, he got one part right. So he was kind of following the script if you look at it, because he did reference that his countersuit was dismissed. He did keep repeating about it. He thought that I was getting paid by a PR firm, which again, I only get super chats. I'm not really monetized. And if I was getting paid, like whatever, I would probably be able to pay to have a lot more followers. I have less than 1,000 subscribers. And then it says, but then he fails with the rest of it because I think he just kind of lost the plot. So let's keep going, because speaking of repeating things, because he kept repeating some of the same words over and over, this video wasn't about Lively. It was about Meryl. It was about Meryl repeating a question 148 times. And speaking of, I actually thought this was really funny. You know this GIF, right? Because that was the question. She kept saying, right, right, after every single question, right, right. And then I was like, what if I could like merge her and turn her into Dr. Evil? Right, right. Anyways, I'm only 15 subscribers away from my end year goal. And if you support me, if you're one of those trolls out there who like doesn't want to waste your whole day engaging on my video to help with my algorithm, you could always subscribe too. Just kidding. I think if you're team truth, if you support the truth, this does take a lot of work, and I put a lot of love into it, and it would mean so much. Even if you thought it was terrible, but you want me to be better, I appreciate you. And if you could subscribe, it would help me so much. And just to clarify, I'm okay with constructive criticism. And I've actually had some amazing constructive criticism comments in the past that have really helped me. That like I will keep working to improve. And like now I've already paid for a StreamYard subscription, at least for the month. So let's see how it goes. Hopefully that will take my my content to the next level. And hopefully by the end of today, I won't be blue anymore and we'll all warm up. So stay warm out there, everyone. Happy holidays. And I hope to do one more live soon. Okay, cheers.